her costume goes pretty much down to her vagina.
Yes.
Yeah.
But everyone's did back then.
Welcome to Back Issues, everybody. I'm Sal.
I'm Ben.
So, I've been living a little bit of a lie, and I do apologize for that.
You don't like Spider-Man?
I hate Spider-Man. He's my least favorite character of all time.
Wow, you're really committed to the
I am speaking on behalf of all Spider-Man fans, apparently, because Spider-Man fans are the biggest haters on Spider-Man I've ever seen. The truth is, I've been saying in podcast interviews that my first Spider-Man comic of all time is Spectacular Spider-Man 172, which is part 2 of a 2-part story where Spider-Man goes to the desert and fights Puma. And it's true, to some extent, that that is one of, probably, the first Spider-Man comic I ever owned.
Uh-huh.
But, like a clunky expository plot device brought up by Yoda in Empire Strikes Back, there is another. And it is a book that I had around the same time, and I really don't know which one came first.
So why did you ever say the other one was first if you didn't know?
Because
this one sucks.
One is more exemplary of the open-endedness of Spider-Man. Like, the Puma story is written by Jerry Conway with art by Sal Buscema. It's weird. It is borderline impenetrable. It relies on years of continuity to understand, and yet it worked, and I was hooked.
Yeah, you read it and you're like, yeah, I can still get into this.
I didn't even have part 1 until, like, recently. That's how important it was. This issue that I had, Amazing Spider-Man 368, is something else. Now, it is part of one of the most celebrated periods in Amazing Spider-Man history, and there is a little more cachet with saying my first Spider-Man comic was Amazing Spider-Man. But it was the first part of Invasion of the Spider Slayers, which is a story that even as a kid, I was confused by. Because I thought I had jumped in, not unlike my Puma issue, right smack dab in the middle. The opening page is Spider-Man being attacked by a xenomorphic Spider Slayer.
Oh man, that's right up your alley.
Which is up my alley, but it wasn't then. I didn't know about xenomorphs yet. It was just insane looking to me. But Spider-Man in media res, attacked by what I can only presume is a Spider Slayer based on the title.
Right.
I'm like, who sent them? Why? How long have there been Spider Slayers? Are they aliens? Because the title evokes Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Invasion of the Neptune Man. Like, it makes you want to think of like an alien invasion story from the 50s.
Right. Also, how many spider characters are there at this point, and why are there a whole like Spider Slayer race for them?
There's only one Spider-Man, but he's such a problem.
Right,
we need like
a whole bunch of Spider Slayers.
8 or 9 marks of Spider Slayer to slay him, and they all fail. None of them kill Spider-Man. Spoilers. But yeah, they're only there to slay Spider-Man. I would argue that now is the best time to resurrect the Spider Slayers, since there's so effing many spiders to slay.
Yeah, you can kill them off left and right.
In fact, one would also argue that Morlun and his ilk are more Spider Slayy than Alistair or Spencer Smythe's Spider Slayer robots.
Yeah, when I saw the title, I thought that's what it was.
Yeah, no, this is 20 years removed from energy vampires with ascots. This is something fundamental and
this is
classic.
Like pure good robot killing machines.
That's right. First making their debut in Amazing Spider-Man 25.
Oh, wow.
They launched the Spider Slayer robots, created by brilliant scientist Smythe, who just wanted to create some kind of defense contract weapon. He went to like a fair and he's like, check it out, I built this big thing, it can kill whatever. What you got, it'll slay it. Jonah Jameson's like, fie on that, I don't believe you. And he's like, well, give it a try. So Jonah buys it and then puppets it and sends it after Spider-Man.
What?
That's right. Jonah is
Jonah's like a murderer.
No.
Or wannabe.
That's
like buying a gun and trying to shoot Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, Jonah has been a Spider-Man villain. He is at the fore of the creation of at least 2 or 3 other Spider villains, including the Scorpion. Like, without Jonah, some of classic Spider-Man villains wouldn't exist.
Hey, do me a favor. I have this notebook here, and any person's name that you write in it will just die.
Give me that, Spider-Man! I never liked the Spider Slayers. I think they're stupid looking.
It's a stupid name.
I love the name. I think it's fine. Spider Slayer, it's alliterative.
No one would call it that.
But they...
I've never liked the Spider Slayers. It's a stupid name. How dare you, sir?
I can say that.
That's not the problem.
How dare you? The problem
That's
is
the only thing that works.
That is the only. I think it is the only thing that works because
It's
this
confusing.
This story we're doing exists because the editor of Spider-Man pitched the title, Invasion of the Spider Slayers. Literally, Danny Fingeroth calls up Michelini and goes, "I've got one word for you. Well, actually, 5 words for you." And Michelini's like, "What?" "Invasion of the Spider Slayers." He's like, "Whoa, that's kind of a fun name. What's it about?" He goes, "You're the creative person. You tell me." Click. And I'm like, we're so still in that world.
Yeah.
Like,
We
there
never
is.
left that world.
We
I
never
have a great
left.
title for you. This. Oh, that's fun.
What's it about?
I don't know.
I don't know. I hire you. Now get to work, slacker.
Make it work.
Yeah.
Do it.
Invasion of the
Editorial
Spider
mandate,
Slayers.
my friend.
That's right. I need you to write about the Spider Slayers.
I'd love
because
it.
I thought it'd be a fun title.
This has been a while since we did one, I
It
guess.
has been a while. It's been a long time.
So it's a deep cut at this point.
Arguably, yeah. Spider-Man had a black costume the last time we saw a Spider Slayer robot, and now Carnage exists. So yeah, we gotta bring it back. Plus, we keep running out of like old school villains. Like we're not quite at this point where in the Clone Saga we're like, we got so many symbiotes. Kill Doc Ock. We don't need these characters. I mean, after all, Green Goblin's been dead since the 70s. Harry's in jail because he went nuts during the Vermin incident over in Spectacular. So no goblins.
Right. So we gotta drum up some villain business.
Yeah, plus the readers kind of remember the Spider Slayers. Maybe they'll get back in. Maybe the symbiotes chased them off, but we'll bring them back in with the Spider Slayers. This is all conjecture. All I do know, hard and fast, is Fingeroth pitched the title, Michelini was saddled with it, and he had to do a 6-part event starring the Spider Slayers. And I'm like, pass. Hard pass. I don't give a crap about Spider Slayers, and clearly neither does Michelini. This dude should probably have argued against it, but he's a team player, and he seemed to be down. And you know what?
Yeah, his boss came to him with a pitch.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, I got this. Oh, that's a great idea. What do you think about it?" You do that. Damn it. Why
Right.
does he do this every time?
I just feel like Michelini could have picked up the phone going, "Hi, creator of Venom and Carnage, what's up?" And they're like, "Oh, right. Let's just let you do whatever the hell you want. How about that?" But
Yeah.
no, I'm still pitching shit, because I still think that I'm involved.
Yeah, but Fingeroth could still fire him.
Yes, he could. And then, I don't know, come up with 5 more symbiotes in Lethal Protector only a short year later.
You think this is just I liked Invasion of the Body Snatchers when I was a kid, so that's where I came up with this title?
I mean, it's very Hollywood, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I fear
I was gonna
it's
say
worse
it's
than that.
50s sci-fi.
I think I like the title.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think I want to
But
use
what
that.
is the title? It's the only thing I know of that's Invasion of the
Yep.
is Body Snatchers.
There's other invasions, yeah. There's the invasion of the Neptune Men. Like I said, that's a Japanese import, but still.
No, I don't know that one.
Yeah. In any case.
Attack of the 50-foot one.
Right. Like
That's
they-
Attack of
but
the...
Attack of the Spider Slayers would have been exactly as evocative.
Yeah, that would have made a little more sense.
Attack,
I think.
invasion,
Invasion
what
implies
else?
there's like an army.
It would have made a
which I
lot
doubt
more
there
sense
is.
because all the Spider Slayers do is attack. They don't invade.
Right, invasion implies you're going to take and hold territory.
Well, they're
I
invading
don't
your
think
story.
that's what
No,
they're doing.
it's not at all. It's actually a misnomer. So, I picked up this. This is the original first printing of the collection of it.
Oh.
I just like the cover,
Wow.
so I wanted that. It's also in this
That's
Epic
a
collection,
nice
which is
cover.
available in the comments down below, which is one of the issues, the last issue, if I recall. It evokes a lot of terror, but again, neither of them represent the cover of what might be one of my first Spider-Man comics of all time, which again is Amazing Spider-Man 368, which features a raptor-esque Spider Slayer robot attacking Spider-Man. What else is in this story? Like, it can't just be Spider Slayers, right? Well, don't worry, because a few short issues ago, Spider-Man's parents came back to life. And showed up on the doorstep of Aunt May.
What?
That's right. They were in a Russian prison camp for 20 years, and now they're back.
I remember this.
Uh-huh.
It's not them, though.
Well, I'm very hesitant to say they are them.
It's like saying Ben Reilly's not Spider-Man.
Yeah, he definitely is the one true Peter Parker, and that'll never change. Richard and Mary Parker are back, and they're in Peter's life, and everyone but Peter is thrilled about it. Peter is hopeful, but suspicious, and everyone in his life gives him a real hard time about it. The only other one who doesn't believe is Aunt May, who's like, why? Like, she's suspicious, but she's still Aunt May about it. She's like, oh, you poor people, let's make sure you stay here, and I'll get out of your way and do whatever you want.
Oh, also, your husband, Ben, he's alive, too.
Yeah.
He was shot, and he wasn't pronounced dead at the hospital. We just brought him to a different hospital, and he forgot all about you for a while.
There's actually a moment in that where Richard and Mary are at Aunt May's place, and Peter shows up, and they're talking, and he's like, I can't believe my brother Ben's dead. What the hell? And Peter's like, I could tell them that I avenged him, but I think I'll keep that to myself. And I'm like, yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah, maybe don't bring that
Also,
up.
that
Yeah.
no one wants to hear that. No one wants to find out that, like, their beloved brother is killed
Don't
years
worry.
ago. I avenged him. Oh, thank you.
Oh, good. My son's a murderer.
Oh, by the way, also, I'm responsible for it.
In a certain way.
In a way that will drive me to live my life in a certain way until I die. But yeah, so the Richard and Mary thing is happening. What else is happening during this period? Well, Carnage just attacked. Not recently, but within the same time.
Was he unleashed?
Not yet. But he did debut. The Invasion of the Spider Slayer story opens Spider-Man swinging around, and he's being attacked right now by a Spider Slayer robot, but they're so crazy different from what Spider-Man knows the Spider Slayers to be that he doesn't conclude that they are Spider Slayers. I mean, arguably anybody that tries to kill him is a Spider Slayer, really. But,
Right,
you know...
but they have
it's
a
a loose term.
lineage,
And-
a connection to the Spider Slayer.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is Spider Slayer TM.
Yeah, trademark copyright Spider Slayer. That's proprietary.
Is the Spider Slayer like the Ultron for Spider-Man? Because you said there's different marks of them, and I'm like, that sounds suspiciously like Ultron, where it just
No.
like fights them over and over
Well,
and
that's-
over again.
yes.
And they just keep coming back.
That is... It's
Yeah, but they're usually the same.
only
But they're
in
like
that...
better each time.
Yes, only in that are they the same. Ultron has a personality. Different Ultrons have
So
different
they don't
personalities.
like talk.
No,
Oh.
they are robots the way robots are supposed to be. They have no personalities. They are controlled by an
Wow.
external force.
Wow.
They,
Strong
they-
opinions
they-
about how robots should be.
They cannot be confused with living beings. They are just automatons.
You can't confuse them into a logic loop.
That's right. Yeah, you can't blow up their brains. No, most of the Spider Slayers are puppeted by somebody. In fact, the main purveyor of Spider Slayer robots used to hop in one and punch Spider-Man with them.
So it's like a remote control. It
They were
doesn't
always remote
have
controlled.
its
Yeah.
own like brain.
No, that's right.
Okay. Okay.
So it's still a
It's
robot.
not even really a robot.
No,
More of an apparatus.
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant scientist creates these things. He's trying to get money. He's trying to do well. He's not trying to be a criminal. But after repeated defeats by Spider-Man,
But this one Jonah guy just really got in his craw.
it was actually Spider-Man that got in his craw. F rules. I'm gonna start selling robots to mobsters. This is who I am now. And I'm like, whoa, dude. I mean, like, you could just call any military person and just
Yeah.
make your bread, but whatever.
Not gonna buy that. I can't even take down one spider person. You called it a Spider Slayer.
What if I
How
change the
many
name?
spiders is it slayed? 0? I don't think so. That is a gross misuse of taxpayer
What if I
dollars.
called it like a Punisher Slayer? Would that work? I mean, I feel like Frank would be hard pressed to beat the Spider Slayer, or a Daredevil Slayer, arguably.
Right. Anyone without powers?
Yeah, just somebody without like the proportionate strength, agility, speed, and
Hawkeye
eccentric
Slayer.
express. Yes, now you're talking Avenger Slayer. I'll go that far.
Oh yeah,
Certainly
to take
most
down
of
the
them.
Avengers, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe the West Coast Avengers Slayers.
Well, one at a time. if
I
you
don't
take
know.
out
I
most of
mean,
them.
you know, it depends on who's on the West Coast at the time. But I would argue that any Spider Slayer made from here on out would give Iron Man a run for his money.
I would argue that any
Yeah.
Spider Slayer at this point out would give hippies a run for their money.
Well, that's
according
true.
to Jonah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they should just be crowd control. They sell him to the city. Just Mike is too close to plutonium and uranium while he's making these things, so he dies. And he's got a...
Oh!
Oh no!
I
Yeah.
thought he was gonna turn into something.
No, he's just... He's
No, it's a real
I thought he was gonna be
consequence.
the big bad.
No, he's just like, I just got super cancer and died.
Damn.
No, I was
Okay.
forgetting something.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so that happened in a previous
That
adventure.
happened long ago.
Oh, okay.
Long before the second beneficiary and purveyor of Spider Slayer robots, who was depicted as like a big fat nerd. Like big long curly hair, big fat gut, t-shirt doesn't fit, and ends up getting paralyzed. And so he's off the table.
Oh, was it Spider-Man? Did Spider-Man paralyze him?
Yes. Not,
Oh!
not like Bane, but now
Right. But they're back.
they're back. So Spider-Man's in media res. Whoa! Spider Slayer robot. Or robot alien xenomorph or something. It just jumps on him. And he's like, holy crap! And also, Michelini's been sowing the seeds of the Spider Slayers since the last issue.
Okay.
So it's been a long time coming.
Okay.
At the last page, last panel of the previous issue, there's a little tiny Spider Slayer drone,
This thing?
that thing,
Yeah.
on a wall watching Spider-Man.
So you knew before Peter did.
That's right.
You're a Spider Slayer.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
So Spidey fights a big xenomorphic robot, and it's like, okay, that you know what, this is fun.
Okay, well, that's pretty scary. Okay.
Mark Bagley draws an awesome Spider Slayer robot,
Yeah.
and they are doing a
great.
lot of reliance on Mark Bagley, where they were like, I gotta come up with some new Spider Slayers. We got Mark Bagley, let him do it. Like, I want them to be cool. Go!
So, Finger Off tells Michelini, I don't know, you take over. Michelini's like, hey, you take over.
Yeah,
Go on, Bagley.
I'll write, a Spider Slayer attacks Spider-Man, and then you'll draw whatever you want.
A Spider Slayer attacks him, and it looks really dope and cool.
Yes.
Whatever you think.
Well, it's perfect. It's the Marvel method. You just draw something up
And I'll
put some
fill it
text
in.
I'll
Well,
make a
and
story.
the reality is, Spider-Man doesn't need to say, whoa, that looks cool, or, oh my god, its additional appendages are attacking me. No. In the middle of Manhattan, Spider-Man's just assaulted by this giant robot. And he's trying to fight it, he tries to web it, he can't keep it contained. A couple of construction workers on site are like, whoa, Spider-Man's getting into a tussle with a robot. Let's get the hell out of here. One of them's like fun. Because my son was at the concert that Carnage wrecked, and Spider-Man saved him. So now I'm going to repay the favor. So he gets his jackhammer, and he drives it into the head of that Spider Slayer robot attacking Spider-Man, and its tail whips around and attacks the construction worker by accident, but he is only
Paralyzing
stunned.
him, too.
Exactly, because that's what happens when you fight. When you tangle with Spider Slayers, you will lose the control of your legs. No,
he's
Spider-Man ends up doing a really awesome move. He climbs onto its shoulders, grabs its head, and then pulls it off. And only then does he recognize that it's a robot. And I'm like, what was your...
Why if there'd been a guy in there?
Is
as
this-
there has been before.
Was this going to be your move with Venom next time you see him or something?
I've had it.
Wow, that
I'm
worked
done.
really well.
Carnage
I'm
was
just
the
gonna keep doing
last
that.
straw.
Yep.
Next guy I run into, I'm just going to climb onto his shoulders. I'm going to wrench his head free.
I mean, how many
Oh,
people
thank
did
God he was a
Carnage
robot.
kill?
I mean,
It'd be irresponsible to not do this next time.
arguably true. But yeah, he's like, whoa, it's a robot. Remember, he doesn't know that it's a Spider Slayer.
He says it was a robot?
And the guy's like, nice job. Spider-Man's like, thanks, pal. And he leaves. And the guy who looks suspiciously like Eddie Brock, but it isn't, appreciates the gesture.
I guess he thought he was taking its mask off. That's my guess.
That's
Yeah.
a pretty aggressive mask removal system.
The mask via the entire skull.
Yeah.
It's like, why won't this mask come off? Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Oh, it was a robot, thank God.
You
Spider-Man.
grabbed it under its jaw.
Yeah. And pulled it with all your strength, which can lift 5 cars.
He did say might kill innocent bystanders. I think he was prepared
To make
murder
the
this
ultimate
person.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
So Pete goes home, and Felicia Hardy's there. Well, AKA the Black Cat, or formerly the Black Cat. Not Black Cat anymore.
Right.
Now just steady girlfriend of Flash Thompson. If you recall, there had been a time where Felicia Hardy hooked up with Flash Thompson so that she could then dump him and make Peter feel bad
Right.
about having dumped her for Mary Jane.
Right.
Well, eventually Felicia just got a relationship out of it. She was like, well, I mean, he is nice. So now they're just dating. So now Flash Thompson's kind of like, this is awesome. I don't know why this happened, but I'm glad it
I
is.
don't know why the comic book guys decided to do this, but
Right? But
I'll take it.
Well, I guess
Lucky
it pays
me.
to be the president of the Spider-Man fan club.
sure does. So she's there, and she heard about Peter's parents coming back from the dead. Flash tells her, and she's like, I just wanted to see how you're doing.
So I broke into your house.
Now,
Old habits die hard.
damn right. Let's hope. So, Pete answers the phone, picks up his Mary Jane. He's like, Mary Jane, I was just thinking about you. I'm
Who's
like,
thinking about you? Anyway, ugh. Get out of my house.
I don't know. I think that we're seeing more editorial influence
Yeah.
than just Spider Slayers, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because Mary Jane is in an interesting status quo right now. She's smoking. And not just hot. But she is lighting up cigarettes.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Peter's like, I don't know about this.
Yes.
Look.
Not that he's gonna break up with.
No, but just there's tension.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could deal with like someone who's a thief, but smoking?
Again, he's not gonna dump anybody over
They
smoking.
just want to create some tension.
They're creating tension. Mary Jane is so stressed about Peter being Spider-Man after the Carnage
After
affair
the Carnage thing. Yeah.
that she's smoking to relieve her stress. And Pete's like, when did this happen? And she's like, oh, well, I used to do it in high school to be cool, and I'm just looking for it. Even she can't explain why she's doing it, which tells me that Editorial
I can't stop.
I'm addicted.
That's the only thing I can think
That's-
of.
I mean-
like she's trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, she's like, maybe he'll leave if I just
It's like,
smoke.
oh, I don't know about this. Well, can't stop now.
Everyone in the bullpen except for J.M.D. Mateus hated the marriage and wanted it gone.
Right, it kind of adds a new layer.
It adds
to the
another layer of
storyline.
like when suspicious character decisions happen and then evaporate when other writers get on the book.
Where'd you learn this from? Jonah.
Right? Yeah, that'd be amazing if she's just smoking up stogies. Like she's a 1920s hard-boiled detective. And anyway, she's like, I'm at your aunt's house where you're supposed to be. This poor woman. And I only sympathize with Mary Jane about this. She has a family. She's got a sister. She's got a mom.
Aren't they like mostly missing most of the time?
We never see them, but like we saw Christy a lot. Or Chrissy, I don't remember. She has a niece that we saw a lot of, but just evaporated because that story was done. But this poor woman is just dealing with nonstop Parker problems. Like right now, she's at his octogenarian aunt's house, where his recently resurrected mom and dad are. Like they're all talking about shit they remember from the 40s.
Right.
And
It's
she's
"Can
like,
I have a thing at any point
That's
that's
mine?"
about my life
Right.
and my family.
He's like, what are you talking about? Remember that whole story about how you were kidnapped by a stalker because he wanted...
yeah, that was great
Because
for
you used to
me.
masturbate during your soap opera scenes? Like, how about that? Or remember that story about how I didn't approve of you doing nude scenes in a multi-million-dollar blockbuster?
Man, you're doing a great job of making me not want to smoke right now.
Yeah. So they're all there, and they're all just talking about their bullshit. So Pete's like, all right, I guess I'll go. And
I guess I'll slowly walk over.
so he does. He changes into his civvies, and he walks over there. And it's actually a plot reason why he's doing it, not because he's doing it for any good motivation, but rather because the story needs him to. He ends up seeing this dude parked outside of Aunt May's house, and
Who's also smoking?
he is smoking. That's how you know he's a bad guy, like Mary Jane. But anyway, he's like, hey, buddy, what you doing? And this guy's like, hey, buddy, what do you think? And he pulls out a badge. And Pete's like, oh, shit, I'm sorry. And he's like, yeah, now I'm going to leave, even though I definitely parked here. So
What? Okay, bye.
he wanders off. And Pete literally thinks to himself, oh, goody, another inexplicable complication. And I'm like, thank you, David Michelini, for that meta read on what's going on in Peter Parker's life all the time.
That's amazing.
Why is it every time something has to blow up in my face?
Yeah. So Pete, MJ, and Pete's parents go into the city. For a night on the town, I guess.
Am I supposed to be suspicious of this guy who's like really distinct for no reason?
No.
Okay.
No, Bagley's just coloring the sequence.
Okay.
Here's a bald punker in a big sports jacket.
With the big W on it.
A big W.
What does that W mean? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Don't worry
Wizards, West Coast, who gives a shit?
about it. Okay.
You know why he's there? He's there to illustrate how much the city has changed from when Richard and Mary were there
right.
to the swinging 90s that we're in now.
Right. Yes, because the scene is them commenting, oh, it wasn't like this before.
Right? Like we're seeing a bald punker wearing sunglasses at night and a jacket with an inexplicable W on the arm. Who knows what that means? Is it a gang sign? Anyway, they're talking about how things have changed, and
Right.
they see like a alley full of bums, and they're just like, oh.
Well, that's still the same.
It's so funny. They're like, look at all these homeless people. And Pete's like, how about we eat a tavern on the green? And Richard's like, that's kind of expensive. Pete's like, yeah, fuck it. MJ, you're buying, right?
Don't worry, my hot wife can get this.
Yes! She'll pay for dinner with her boobs. Before they can go, a woman gets purse snatched, and Pete's like, I'll call the police. And his father's like, good for you, son. All right. Look at our son.
I'm gonna run over there and call I guess you had to.
I'm gonna
They
follow
had
that
cell
guy
phone.
and call the cops.
That's
oh,
right.
Man, with cell phones, it's
Yeah.
a lot harder to make an excuse of why you have to run away when you
Now
say
he's got to
cry
find
after.
a phone booth.
Yeah, a phone. Yeah.
No, he has irritable bowel syndrome, right?
That's Clark Kent's excuse.
Oh, that was it.
So Pete...
Tummy, tummy.
Right. Oh no! I have to poop again. God damn it, Clark.
Jesus.
Oh, you're the worst. No wonder nobody wants to bang you. So Pete becomes Spider-Man. He swings in there. He stops the guy. But then the Raptor Spider Slayer attacks. Whoa!
Oh.
This one's even cooler than the last one. It's like a big bat, bird, dinosaur thing.
Does he manage to stop the person?
Crazy.
He does manage to stop the Person Snatcher. He
webs
webs
him
him up. So, there's a big spectacular action sequence.
Yeah.
It's a really fun fight, by the way. It's clearly left up to Bagley. Like, I don't know, he kicks him, it gets him with his big talons.
You get a big 4-page fight. Go for it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
right. Pete does stuff that he thinks to himself, why did I do that? Like, well, maybe I can ride him out, like really wear him down. Wait, it's a robot, it doesn't feel tired or anything. Like,
No.
how can that work? And I'm like, he punches them in the face. Like, that's gonna stop them. And I'm like,
Hey,
it only hurt you.
Rip its head off again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Try ripping his head off. That's a good trick.
So they have their fight.
And the Purse Snatcher, too.
Right.
Maybe he's a robot.
Oh, he runs on some kind of red fuel. It's diesel, I guess. So
No, it's coolant. Transmission fluid, maybe?
there we go.
If it's cool, why is it so warm?
Well, it's absorbing the heat that it needs to keep the gears working.
Yeah.
So anyway, the fight, conveniently enough, swings over the heads of MJ and Pete's parents, and they're like, "Holy crap! Like, what even is that? That's insane! What am I looking at?" And one of them is even like, I mean, I know Captain America was a superhero and stuff, but like, this is way beyond
This
whatever.
man's a menace.
It's just more like scary and weird. Like,
you don't know about all the dozens of
Right.
superheroes.
how long have you been here? Like a week? You haven't seen Iron Man, Thor, the
What?
Quinjet?
It's like every day
Thor the
something's happening.
God?
Don't you know?
From Legend?
There's literally a becaped supervillain monarch. Like, a ruler of a country is also a supervillain that blasts that building into space every other Thursday.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
Well,
Things
I
have
don't-
sure gone downhill in New York since I lived here.
Arguably, yes.
I don't go uptown.
Right, no, it's true. Pete, he just punches it in the eye. Like, he just plows his fist through its head and it goes down. And then he leaves. And then he changes into,
Yeah, right.
civilian.
He's like,
What's up?
oh, I called the police. Did they show up and stop?
Oh my God.
Stop
Yeah.
that horrible monster?
Mary's like, maybe we should just stick to the suburbs. Like, this seems really... And Pete's
He's more
like,
dangerous than when we lived here.
arguably, yeah. So Pete's like, that is a problem. And then, dun dun dun, naked dude in a Professor X wheelchair is like, more where that comes from. I'm like, yeah, I guess. And that was my issue. Like, that,
And you were like, what?
literally that.
How long ago was he paralyzed?
This guy?
Yeah.
Oh, since the 80s.
He's ripped.
He is ripped.
Yeah, he is.
really works out
and
like a
he
bond.
wasn't before. Yeah.
Exactly.
No. Well, you might say that is an external shell, or a carapace, as he refers to it. But he also is that thin, though. So anyway.
I like the fact that his wheelchair has balls for wheels, so it
Yep.
can go in any
Go
direction.
in any direction,
Yeah.
right?
Well, and yeah, that's
Inspired by like a mouse or a trackpad or
right.
something.
Or an office chair.
Or an office chair. Yeah.
Or the cars from iRobot.
Yes.
Which had not come out yet, but yes.
Yes. Depending on what copy of the book you have, whether it's the Epic Collection or the originals, you might have a backup. They all have backups. The original collections, cut those right out because those are not relevant, but they're kind of relevant. Like there's a backup where Pete and Jonah have a conversation where basically like Jonah's offering to use his resources to help investigate the parents are suddenly alive situation.
Okay.
He asked him to do it in the previous story where they established his parents were alive. He's like, Jonah, can you help me out with this maybe? And he's like, nah, what do I run a charity thing? And come on, like get out of here. And
Well, it's an interesting story, you know?
well, that's the thing is that Jonah eventually goes like, I am going to help you. I'm going to use my vast resources to do that. And maybe you'll let me write a profile about how your parents were missing for 20 years. They were, spies or whatever. And Pete jumps over the desk and attacks him for being so callous. And then everyone just kind of shakes hands and moves on. And I'm like, uh-huh.
Maybe in exchange for the newspaper
Using its
using
resources.
its resources to find out all this information, the newspaper could publish a story based on that information.
How dare you!
I'm sorry.
Son of a bitch!
That's crazy. I'm way out of line.
This is my family!
I'll kill you!
I see. Well, I just have to ask, why would I do that?
Because you're a human being who wastes this company's resources
You ever
to
heard of the
attack Spider-Man.
police? Or a private investigator?
That's
You know,
a good
someone
point.
who does that?
You know what? Maybe I will call the police about all the times that you are directly involved with killing Spider-Man, who is a sovereign citizen, by the way. So
Not
anyway,
according to my paper.
that's right.
He doesn't have an ID. For all I know, he's an illegal immigrant.
Yeah, there we go.
Rights.
Yeah. So by chapter 2, Michelini's like, I'm not going to be able to do only Spider Slayers. So how about Electro?
I've already burned through 2 Spider Slayers. I'm bored. Give me something else.
Literally that.
It's a recipe at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, I create a new one. I send it to him. He defeats it. I create a new one. I send it to him. He defeats it.
Yeah, we can do that 6 times? That sucks.
Nope.
Yeah,
Gotta
exactly.
Get something else in there. All right.
Oh, guess what? Next time, I said 2.
Oh!
Ooh.
And one of them looks like a frog.
I wish. No, the next one looks like Iron Man.
Oh.
So Spidey goes to ESU, because he's a graduate student
Okay.
there now, and he meets up with his parents, who are hanging out with Flash and Felicia, and
What is Flash wearing?
Flash wears this outfit all the time. He's usually at the gym,
Uh-huh.
and it's the 90s.
You can call me T-Bone.
Yeah.
So Pete and Flash reminisce about how Flash used to be a dickhead and give him a hard time from freshman year of high school until mid-year of college.
Mm-hmm.
And Mary starts crying. She's like, "Oh, there's so much of my boy's life that I missed. You know, it's just so sad."
Uh-huh.
And Pete's like, "Yeah, that is sad. I don't know if you're real or not."
That was very dramatic of you.
And it's funny because Pete goes to talk to him, and so Pete uses his mother's meltdown as an excuse to go whisper to Flash, and he's like, "I don't know if these people are actually my parents, though." Why?
That's who you're gonna confide in is Flash.
Flash is his best friend. This is a
they're
good
good friends now.
Unless you ask J.M.D. Mateus, in which case Harry's his best friend. But Harry's also at the vault in Colorado right now.
Right.
Is he gonna tell his wife these suspicions?
No.
Is he gonna tell his wife these suspicions?
Oh, he did. She doesn't want to hear it. She's like, lighten up and give them a shot. Get over it.
Whoever they are, they're being nice to you.
Which is a nice change of pace from your wife. So anyway, he's like, that's fair. I like Flash being like, that's totally fair.
Yep. I'd be suspicious too.
Yep.
It is weird.
Exactly.
It's deeply weird.
Yeah. Am I the only one who thinks this is weird? Everyone seems on board for these randos. I mean, I'm sorry. It's. And by the way, Pete does investigate it. The Red Skull was involved.
Oh my god.
In their plane going down, but it wasn't them in the plane, and Pete has to investigate it. And then he calls Captain America, and Captain America's like, "It wasn't even the Red Skull. He was dead. It was an impersonator, man. I don't even know." And Pete's like,
Here's a moth skull.
"What the crap? What are we doing?" So yeah, it was just the best thing about that story was the cover. So anyway, they're at the commissary, and Mary Jane is just like, "I can't believe I'm having dinner with my formerly dead in-laws and my husband's really hot ex-girlfriend. I'm gonna have to sip a cigarette." And like, "Ma'am, you can't smoke in here." And she goes, "I need this more than you don't." Yeah, that's right. This era of Mary Jane, I'm a stone cold bitch.
Wow.
What?
And they just cut to the next scene?
Yeah.
So I guess she gets away with it?
Right?
Or no. They're like, no. You can't though. There's rules.
Anyway, they were kicked out of the restaurant.
Yeah.
She's like, oh.
One awkward McDonald's lunch later.
Hey, comes the toy.
This was from the era when no smoking areas were kind of new.
Yes.
And people might protest.
Smokers 100% did.
Yeah. You
Or
did
just-
have to fight to not be
They would
smoking
look at
there.
you and then continue smoking.
Yeah.
Unless you had children, because that is the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object.
Well,
An entitled smoker versus a parent. That's
I'm a
it.
smoker. I want to smoke. It's a free country.
I have children. So Pete ends up seeing the FBI agent who was watching the house, and he's like, "What's this guy's problem, man?" Also, he's swinging around a Spider-Man. Whoop. Little surveillance spider slayer.
I see it.
Yep.
Oh, there's a spider following the spider.
Yeah. So
What could it mean?
Smythe is like, "Okay, well, I'm watching the Spider Slayers monitor Spider-Man, so I guess it's time for me to unleash another Spider Slayer."
Okay.
Why are there more people?
Oh,
there?
that's a good question. That's part of Smythe's Sinister's plot.
Part of his whole thing.
And why is he the only one that's naked?
Well, because he's the only one in a carapace that allows him to walk later. Anyway, so Electro's out, and he's stealing some diamonds or something. That's literally it. He says he's stealing some diamonds, but what? Max, what are you doing, man?
This is very confusing because Spider Slayer guy,
Smythe.
presses a button, is like, haha, I'm going to deploy it. And then we cut to...
Electro!
Electro's like, did he
unleash
order
Electro?
Electro to go steal diamonds?
Unrelated Electro fight.
Okay.
So Spider-Man fights Electro. Electro kicks ass.
Anyway, Electro wasn't stealing diamonds. He was just buying lunch that day.
It's just don't wear the Electro suit. So
Look, this is my only clean uniform today.
I guess
I gotta go to work.
another
Little spider bite.
little Easter eggs throughout
It's
the book.
it's a little game.
Yeah.
Find them in every panel.
Spot the Spider Slayers. The surveillance
Or
Spider
the
Slayers.
spiders.
The Spider
Do they have
Surveyors.
a name? Spider Surveyors?
Yeah. They're not called anything. So anyway, Spidey tries to stop Electro, he webs him, and then he's attacked by another Spider Slayer. It looks like Iron Man. And he's like, whoa!
It does, yeah.
And
Yeah, it looks like Iron Man or your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
because he's doing a T-pose.
Exactly.
So Electro's like, nice. I don't have to worry about that. I could probably leave or something.
It's like, oh, I'm just gonna go take these.
Well,
Yep.
you're
So-
distracted.
So Spider-Man lures the robot to a convenient construction site. These things are a dime a dozen in a Spider-Man story. And, he clears the area. Electro shows up, is like, the cops grabbed the diamonds off panel, so now I'm mad, and I'm going to use this as an opportunity to kill Spider-Man.
Now I'm just trying to kill you.
I'm sorry. The cops grabbed your diamonds?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're Electro.
Yeah.
Just
take
grab them
from
back. What are you
Right?
doing?
What?
Spider-Man's
No,
the
Guess what I
problem.
can do?
Yes.
I can shock them, and they'll drop them.
You were
I can incapacitate them if I want
you were
to.
fully costumed Electro in the middle of the city blasting cars. Not cop cars, cars.
Yeah,
What if Electro was like, whoa, I do not mess with the NYPD.
Yeah,
right?
They are hardcore.
They're gonna
I
shoot me.
accidentally killed one of them, I'd be a dead man.
Right. There'd be an all-out manhunt.
Not only would all of the police be after me, but all of New York would be after me.
Yes. So
Granted, this is pre-9/11.
exactly. So Spider-Man lures the robot into the building marked for demolition.
Perfect.
He fights it. He webs it. He tries to escape. He gets blasted by Electro, who's waiting outside. He's like, "I saw you go in, so I knew when you left. So I knew if you left, I would just zap you," which he does. And he's like,
Dick.
"Oh man." So then he ends up tricking Electro into zapping the coils that are attached to the detonators for the building itself. So he causes Electro to blow up the building to collapse on the Spider Slayer before it can free itself. So now it's destroyed, and Electro gets away. And I'm like, Electro gets away! He gets the diamonds we never see him catch, he loses the diamonds we never see him lose, and then he leaves, and he never comes back again. You have no story here.
Yeah, I just wanted to draw Electro.
Which, by the way, great.
Yeah, he looks
You know,
great.
I'm down. But like, 6 parts?
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing this. This is part 2.
Carnage is 3! Now, arguably, his next appearance is 14, and about 4.5 issues of story, but still.
Yeah.
So-
Well, because the Spider Slayer stuff is just the scaffolding.
Yes.
The real story.
The real story is the parents.
The parents.
Yes, yes.
yeah. And Felicia.
What's
showing
she up
and
to?
complicating things.
Oh, yeah. For example, Spidey grabs a piece of the Spider Slayer robot. I didn't know it was Spider Slayer at the time. And he's like, maybe I can check this with the Tinkerer. Because Phineas Mason, the Tinkerer, is an inventor, and he makes suits and robots and all kinds of shit. And
Is he
coincidentally,
freelance or is he a villain?
he's a villain. He's a freelance villain.
He's a free villain.
Yes.
Because he's not in jail.
No, exactly. But he's a free agent as well. He works for, whoever will pay
For
him.
whoever, yeah.
Like, for example, right now, he's delivering something for Felicia.
Oh.
Oh my god!
She's like, oh, I've got a
Is
certain surprise for a certain spider. Oh, no! Is Felicia going back to her ways as a evil, morally gray
Right.
thief?
I guarantee you no.
No.
It's just a nice gift for Peter.
No, it's
No?
not. Well,
Oh.
it's a gift for the reader, really. But we'll see that in a second. There's another backup. DeMatteis wrote it. Liz has to fly all the way out to Colorado to see her stupid husband.
Great.
He's just sweating all the time because he's freaking out all the time.
Do we care?
You do when all this shit is over, because you'll go, were you setting this up from the beginning? I mean, you had to be, because his parents show up out of nowhere, though they are established in a Michelini story, but paid off by DeMatteis. DeMatteis writes the story about Harry. Basically, Harry just says a whole bunch of nonsense and crazy gobbledygook bullshit, until eventually Liz talks about how like Peter must be going through a really hard time because his parents are back to life, and how weird is that? And Harry goes, they are? Oh, poor Peter. And he smiles about it. I think that DeMatteis wrote a whole bunch of insane lunatic bullshit, so you just chalk up Harry's sinister smile about them to more crazy nonsense. But in fact, it's directly connected.
To me, it would have to be.
He knows that they're not.
He's
like part of it.
He's part of it.
Okay.
You might say he's really part of it, but one day maybe we'll talk about Pursuit, which is really how it all shapes out.
Okay.
Did he clone Peter's parents to have sex with each one of them?
No.
You know, so he could have an awkward O-face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want to be just like my dad.
Yeah, I'm gonna bang, like, but he banged your ex-girlfriend, I banged your dad.
And your mom. Banged them both.
I had a three-way with him. So, you know.
I would have thought that his thing was like, oh, Peter's parents are alive? That means I could kill his parents, just like he killed
I
mine.
think that's exactly what DeMatteis wants you to think he's thinking.
He's thinking at that time.
Because he is like, whoa, what the hell? Like, his parent, it's weird because he's like, they're back? What? That doesn't make any sense. My dad's not back. Everyone's parents didn't come back from the dead.
Oh no, this can't stand.
Yes. But then they strap him down after he frees himself from his bondage, and then he's like, his parents are alive. Poor Peter! Ha ha ha! And you're like, what?
What?
At what point can you just divorce Harry?
Right. But no, Liz is just off the deep end. She's like, oh, Harry, I love you!
You're going to a place I can't follow.
That's right. So how about the Scorpion? Because I don't have enough Spider Slayer.
What? No.
Scorpion is
gonna
kick
go
ass.
to the Sinister Six.
No, I wish. That'd be awesome. But we already did two of those. So how about Scorpion's here? He got an upgrade from whom? The Tinkerer. Remember him?
He's connected to it.
This whole book is
It's
really
all tied
airtight.
together somehow.
So Pete's at home, and he's talking about how he's like, if I died as Spider-Man, I would ruin my parents' lives. Like, they'd be shattered. She's like, and I guess I'd be fine, right? It's all about them now. It's all about your parents. They come back to life.
Oh my god.
And, but like, okay, so yes, but also he goes, hey, you signed up for this, though.
Whoa.
Like,
That's not the right answer.
My parents didn't ask to be the parents of Spider-Man, but you knew I was Spider-Man and then married me. You knew the deal, babe. But he doesn't say that like, hey, let's start drawing some boundaries right now. No, he's like, hey, you knew the deal when you said I do. And I'm like, hey, I maybe not smile quite that broadly about it.
I'm saying that like, you didn't think about this. I got you.
Right?
What about me? What the fuck about you?
About you, bitch.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Bears right now.
Yeah. Hey, we'll get to you after we're done talking about me. It's like, what?
Can I finish a fucking thought?
It's like, what are we doing? Figure out's like, poisoning Mary Jane against you, reader. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So, anyway, he's like, show me some of that strength that you married. Give me some sugar, baby. Oh my god. Your mouth tastes like an ashtray. Gross. So MJ pulls out a pack. She's like, I'm just trying to cope. And I'm just like, hey, maybe talk to her about it or something.
Right.
But their love is stronger than their fears. Understanding words and... doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He kisses her neck softly and then leaves. He's like, well, I won't kiss your face anymore because it's full of smoke. But,
Well, you're gross.
I don't want to make out with you anymore, even though the same writer and artist combo have been writing and drawing Pete and Mary Jane banging incessantly. But hey, trouble in paradise, right? Whoa, his hot ex-girlfriend is right around the corner now.
What's that all about?
What's that all about? You know?
Dating his best friend.
Yeah, and in fact, hey, but wouldn't that be juicy, though? Like, wouldn't that be just the kind of drama that people have been conditioned to expect from Amazing Spider-Man? If Spider-Man was in a breakup, you know, his marriage was ending with MJ, and he's hooking up with Black Cat, so he's ruining his friendship with Flash, thereby reducing their friendship back to status quo. So really, we're getting things back to basics. No more marriage. Now we can give swinging Archie Andrews Spider-Man. We got Black Cat back on the scene because that was never not hot and awesome. Flash Thompson's a dickhead again because he's giving our protagonist a hard time, even though he totally cucked him for no good reason. I'm just saying, this is what I'm sure Editorial's pitching.
Seems like they were keeping that option on the table.
No question. And DeMatteis is just home going, ew, what? Well, not on my watch. I'm going to write another sweaty story about Harry Osborn sweating the shit out of his sheets.
So what is Black Cat doing here?
Right?
We just get one panel of her and
What? Indeed.
Well, she has that package for Spider-Man.
No.
And he's got a package for her.
She has a package which she says she's going to show Spider-Man, but she doesn't have something that she's going to give him. It's not like a cool new spider armor or anything. So Richard and Mary at like the DMV or some nonsense, and they leave and they bump into the FBI agent.
Yeah, I guess they have to get new driver's license.
Exactly. And so he's like, "Hey, I'm Charlie Shattuck. Do you guys remember me?" And they're like, "Not really. No." And he's like, "Oh, are you sure?" And they're like, "No." And he's like, "Well, call me if you do." And they're like, "Okay." So then they leave. So Pete ends up at the Tinkerers.
Weirdo.
Okay, you freak. Is this what everyone does here?
Is this evidence that they're not really his parents?
Could
Is this
be.
an FBI agent who knew his parents?
Yes.
Yeah. Really? You don't remember
You
me?
don't remember me? Because that would be...
That doesn't really make any sense, because
Why?
you really should.
Right?
Is there always someone walking around with a sign, "Low the end
I
is
was like,
near"?
is this a Watchmen reference? Like, what is this?
I think it's just a thing that happened in Manhattan.
It just did happen, yeah.
People were like this. So Pete goes to the Tinkerers like he was going to earlier in the story, and Felicia's outside. He's like, "What are you doing here? I thought you'd gone straight, but I guess I gotta kick your ass." Like, it's just like, whoa, 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 whoa. And she's like, "No, man, I'm gonna be the Black Cat again. I'm gonna help you out." And he's like, "What?
What? Why would you do that?
What?
Also, how is stealing things gonna help me?
But she's like, "I didn't steal anything. I'm just Black Cat. I'm just cool."
I'll just be a Black Cat the superhero. She's like, Black Cat
"Yeah,
the thief.
check it out. You can't even see them, but I'm wearing inner ear balancers that allow me to have more agility. It makes me do Spider-Man-esque things while also not having my physiology be changed."
So she can keep up with him now.
Yeah. And so he's like, we'll have to talk about this. And then he gets attacked. Because,
It's like,
he's Spider-Man outside.
I don't know about that. That might cause some real problems in my marriage. If Spider-Man and Black Cat teamed up,
Yeah.
and we're seen jumping around in the city
Right?
together.
Seeing you with Flash at least allows there to be some kind of separation, right?
Flash is my friend. We have to hang out.
Right. I can't hook up with you inexplicably while Flash and MJ are there.
Right.
But if you and I are just Black Cat Spider-Manning out...
At one point,
that
someone's
might be
suit's
an
gonna get ripped. We're gonna be all like sweaty and hopped up on adrenaline.
Right, I mean-
then we're just gonna make out.
The reality is, like, when you see the Black Cat's new suit, nothing has to get ripped. So Scorpion attacks, and he's like, "I saw you from the window while I was getting my costume set up by the Tinkerer, and now I'm gonna kick your ass!" So then there's a big, like, 3-page fight between Spider-Man and Scorpion, which is awesome. I love a Scorpion fight. I don't like Scorpion as a character. I think he's boring. But I love his look, and I like him fighting Spider-Man. You know, it's two arachnids fighting.
Yeah.
But Scorpion, like, his motivations are always so lame, you know?
Like, I just saw you, let's fight?
Well, particularly in this case right here. But,
Also, I only fight with my tail.
well, that's the only thing
I'm
that's
like Doc Ock, but if he
superpowered.
only had one arm.
Yeah, and it was attached to my butt. And it's really fun. It's just a fun little fight.
Yeah.
And then halfway through the fight, Spider-Man gets attacked by an
Another spider.
amoeboid.
Oh.
That's what they call it. Or Spider-Man calls it. It's
Oh.
another Spider Slayer, but Spider-Man doesn't know that it's a Spider Slayer, but he does recognize it because he's been attacked by a robot entity like this before, but that one was dispatched by Mendel Strom. So Spider-Man gets enveloped, and it's like, this is a great opportunity for Bagley to draw something cool, and we all know because of his predilection for symbiotes that he draws like goop monsters really well, and the fluidity of a big fight with Spider-Man is like on full display, and it looks great. I really like it.
Yeah.
You know, and I like the idea of this mark of a Spider Slayer robot. Like they've all been hard-cased metallic
Right.
robots.
Let's try something else.
Let's try something else. This thing is like, it has these hard electrodes, but the rest of it is this kind of like viscous amorphous fluid that I guess is, who the hell knows how it's.
It's like a T1000.
Yeah, it's like a T1000.
Exactly.
Thank
Which, who knows how that works either.
Well, that's very true.
Well,
Yeah.
it's liquid metal, you see.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's great.
But
And
it
it's
looks
like, holy
cool.
crap. So it grabs him, and Scorpion's like, well, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. And so he just starts attacking Spider-Man. And then Felicia comes in and kicks Scorpion in the tail.
Oh.
And so then she hops on the back of the amoeboid on the back of Spider-Man, and she goes, work with me on this one. Tell me when to jump. And he's like, ah. And Spider-Man, instead of being like, okay, Felicia, man, it's like old times, he's like, I have no choice but to work with this woman.
My wife
I'm
is
going
going
to
be
die
so
if I
upset
don't
with
do
me.
Right, he's like, okay, here we go. And he's like, now! Because, of course, Scorpion's only going to attack, as Ben pointed out, with his tail. So the tail descends. He says now. Felicia moves out of the way. Scorpion's now electrifying tail hits the Spider Slayer, which then comes off him to defend itself. and then it grabs onto Scorpion's tail and then ruptures, thereby destroying Scorpion's tail and itself.
Wow.
Oh, I just paid for this soup.
Yes.
I literally just picked this up for the Tinkerer. It lasted 30 seconds,
Yes.
and that was destroyed.
That's the value
That's
of knowing
$5 million
when to not get
down the
involved,
drain.
man. Just like, oh shit, Spider-Man's literally outside.
could have just walked away.
I'll go out the back. But you didn't, you prick.
Could have just gone and done your heist or whatever it was
Right?
you're
Whatever
gonna
the hell
do.
you were doing with this souped up Scorpion.
And you knew Spider-Man wouldn't be there because you know he's here right now.
Yeah.
You deserve what happened to you,
Yeah,
Scorpion.
you did.
I will say this: it's well drawn.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
size of the amoeboid,
Yeah.
because Scorpion's stinger is just long enough to kill it.
Yes.
And not pierce into Peter as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you're gonna go right through him.
Right. It's gonna gore you. So Spider-Man's like, "Hey, Felicia, are you okay?" She's like, "Oh, just the jolt from the explosion knocked me for a loop, but I'll be okay. You go take care of it. I'll meet you at Tinkerer's lab because I know that since Tinkerer helped me out, but also helped out Scorpion, you're gonna try to take him down. But that's fine. Like, I'll help you take down the Tinkerer because fair's fair. Like, I paid him and stuff. It's fine." So.
I already got what I needed from him.
Right, like whatever. So Spider-Man swings over to Tinkerer's lab because the fight, of course, like went from the lab to the top of the building. Mm-hmm. And
I was gonna say Scorpion needs to go back and get a new suit now.
I know, but when they get there, the lab's empty because Tinkerer's like, "No shit." Gargan went and go, "What, Spider-Man? I gotta get the hell out of here."
Yep.
So he picked up sticks and he left. So Spider-Man then like duns. He's like, "I think I know who's behind this, but he can't be because Mendel Strom is dead." And it's like, you're right, he is.
Then why would you
You're
think it was
wrong.
him then?
Because so many characters come back from
I
the
guess
dead.
because of the amoeboid?
Yeah. Well, it's like the amoeboid was the real telltale sign that
Right. Oh, now I know. It was Mendel Strom.
it was Mendel Strom. But it
Oh
couldn't
wait,
be
these are Spider Slayers.
No, because Mendel Strom is the master of robots. The Smythes are Spider Slayer people. He doesn't even
Oh,
think
sorry.
about
So
Spider
He doesn't, it
Slayers.
I got
doesn't even
confused
occur
with
to
Strom
him.
and Smythe.
So he's like, I only know one guy that makes the amoeba robots.
As
And anybody
opposed to-
can make a metal robot, so it must be
No,
him.
I don't think it has anything to do with the construction. I think
That's
it's just
better.
like one of them was an amoeboid. He knows that Strom has made an amoeboid.
Right.
And no one has made Spider Slayer robots that look like other things like big birds or xenomorphs.
Right, so he wouldn't go
So
there.
I wouldn't even think
It'd be
that.
great if this was just a one-off, where it's just like all the other random characters, we also got an amoeboid from Strom. What? Why did the Tinker have to make that?
Well, because it's got all kinds of cool modifications in there, despite the fact that only half a costume exists. So, Black Cat. I love that Felicia decides to unveil her new Black Cat uniform at Peter's apartment while Mary Jane is home.
Oh my god. Yeah, she's like,
What do you
yeah,
think?
yeah, well, it's totally normal. It'd be weird if I only unveiled it to Spider-Man.
Yes. No, that's how you know we're on the up and up.
Is Flash there too?
No.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
think so.
Hell
no.
And
no.
Peter is shameless. He's got his mask off. He's got a Spider-Man suit on. He's just
He's
like...
drooling, going.
He's literally just like, way to go. That's awesome. That's so cool. Yeah.
Looks great.
Looks great. No complaints whatsoever.
Anyway, MJ, what do you think?
Right. Like, literally, MJ's just throwing out catty remark after catty remark.
Yeah.
You know?
Just watch the furniture. This isn't a pet store.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Watch the furniture. This isn't a pet store.
Yeah, because she's Black Cat. and
Right.
she's
but,
jumping
like,
all over it.
But they don't have, like, I guess
There's not furniture in pet stores, so
No.
it doesn't really make any sense.
it's
Yeah,
just there are no furniture. Yeah. Maybe like a cat scratching post or something.
yeah, I don't know.
This doesn't
Does
hold
she
water.
destroy any furniture?
Well, she's jumping on it.
She tips over their coffee table to show her balance. See?
Yep. To show her balance.
Yeah.
That's what she's showing.
Exactly. But you got to give it up for Elmore Leonard-esque dialogue like, "I'm impressed. I'm nauseous. I am not through." Like everyone in the scene says something about the situation. Like, so stupid.
It's very stupid, yes.
So then she reveals that she's got like special contact lenses that allow her to see in the dark, but also that they can see into spectra that the unaided eye can't. Like this is all just a soft pitch for a Black Cat comic, right?
Yes.
Which we won't see for a long time and is not directly related with this in any way. It's just an
Right.
opportunity for us to like bring back Felicia again. And I don't think anyone here likes Black Cat or wants to start pushing for Black Cat. I think they just don't like MJ. and
We're just
they wanna
gonna
get her
just
out of here.
ignore
Right.
or 1/3 of the couch here.
I meant everyone working here.
Oh, on the book.
Everyone
book,
here
yeah,
is
people-
down. Everyone here loves Felicia.
I mean, this seems like a pitch that's like, I mean, you could just have Peter and Black Cat,
Right.
I
mean, no, it's a pitch for the status quo, but it is not a organic pitch for more Black Cat in your book.
No. Well,
I mean, it is because it ends up being one. But yeah, so anyway,
Her costume goes pretty much down to her vagina.
yes.
yeah.
But everyone's did back then. You should see Dagger's suit. It's the exact same thing. But also, yikes.
Also, how does it adhere to her body?
Right? Body paint.
It's just paint.
It's just pain.
So Spider-Man's like, what does my good buddy Flash Thompson think of all this? And she's like, well, I haven't told him because, I don't want to worry him that I'm going back out there. I mean, can you imagine how irresponsible it would be if I had a loved one at home who was worried about me having a double life, adventuring out in the streets of New York? And MJ's like, yeah, it's enough to drive you to smoke. Come on, Peter, we have normal people to see. Like your parents who were spies who came back from the dead.
At this point, Mary Jane would just be like, you know what? I quit.
Yes, which, they're expecting us to just inundate them with letters. Oh my God, Black Cat's suit is awesome. I can't wait to see her out of it. Oh my God, the interplay between Spider-Man and Black Cat is so much better than Mary Jane. Why is MJ being such a bee? But no, instead people are just like, I liked Scorpion's fight.
Scorpion's great. More
Scorpion was
Scorpion.
cool. It was nice to see him. Too bad he was only in 4 pages.
Hey, and this design of this Spider Slayer, it links to this other thing that I read about 10 years back.
Yeah.
Did you take reference to that?
I hope somebody got fired over that blunder. So Pete, MJ, and his parents are walking around Central Park, and they're outside one of the lakes. Richard is like, hey, you remember, we used to actually take you here, Peter, when you were a baby. Pete's like, yeah, I remember this lake vividly. That's where Mitzi almost drowned. And Richard's like, dear God, one of your friends almost drowned in that lake? And he goes, no, Mitzi was our dog. How could you not know that?
Also, who names
Who do you think you are?
Who names your kid Mitzi?
Right, what human being that isn't from F. Scott Fitzgerald's novels is named Mitzi? He's just like, why don't you remember? And then MJ's like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Who gives a shit? These people were tortured by Russians for 20 years. Who gives a fuck if they don't remember your stupid dog? And it's like, no,
What?
you're wrong.
But they claim to be my parents.
They bought the dog. You know how much effort it takes?
They would not forget
They would
about
not
that
forget
dog.
that they had to register the fucking dog. It's not enough that they gave a dog to a toddler. No, they had to buy it. They had to neuter it. They had to
It was their dog.
They owned the dog. It was their dog. You know how often Peter walked that dog? 0 times. No way.
Yeah, she's definitely wrong. I thought my interpretation of this was she's like, I mean, they were in a prison. Maybe they're not your parents, but at least show them some compassion. But no, you're right. She's saying that, well, why would they remember?
Yeah, why would they remember?
It was so long ago.
They don't remember some stupid mutt when you were in diapers, big hairy deal. And
That dog was a member of the family.
yeah, and it almost died here. And I love that, Richard and Mary are like, there's so much of our past we don't remember. Hey, wasn't there that guy who said that he remembered us? We could ask him for information. We should tell Peter we're going to go do that. And they're like, I don't think so. Look at them. And they're screaming at each other's faces.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Our son's not really good at this.
Yeah.
I mean, Mary Jane is right in that Peter's reaction is insane.
I don't think so. I think Peter's like, that was the test. You failed.
Yeah, but don't do it there. Be
Right.
like, okay.
Yeah,
And then confront them in private later and be like,
you
here's the
Inglourious
thing.
Bastards this. You go,
You just brought it up.
right.
Hey, do you remember when we used to take you walks here? Of course.
Yeah,
This
you
is where
brought it up.
Mitzi almost died.
Right.
Who's Mitzi? What?
Yeah. Do you know why we walked here? For the dog.
I think the problem is he's like screaming and yelling.
Right.
He's like, you don't remember? Like, he should just be like, that's kind of funny. I would think
That people who bought and cared for a dog would remember
would
when it almost
remember
died.
that. It's a little strange.
It's weird that I, as a baby, remember it more than you do.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, that would
And
make
watch them
sense
be like, oh, hum
for
dum
someone
dum,
who wasn't
like,
just attacked 17 times in the past 3 days.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, he's tired.
I guess, but he makes the issue about how much he's freaking out instead of like offering them an opportunity to have to struggle with this situation, which
Yes.
they get to skip because the issue becomes how freaked out Peter is.
Uh-huh.
So they just get to ignore what happened.
Yes.
And stretch it out even longer.
How about that?
Right? Like it should have been resolved right there.
Yeah. So Felicia and Peter get into a car together alone, and they drive into the country. And
Oh, that's a great idea.
Great idea. Pete's like, this is great because actually I can't be Spider-Man right now. Like when I'm out as Spider-Man, a fucking robot attacks me every single time.
Fair.
I can't deal with this right now. So thank you for driving me out there.
Anyway, it'd be nice if I was here with my wife.
Right, it'd be nice, but I'm
Except
not.
she smokes all the time.
What's he doing? Investigating something? What is
Yeah, well,
this?
because Mendel Strom invented the amoeboid robot.
Oh,
and
so he's going to...
he's dead, but he had an assistant who went nuts, who's in an asylum. So we're going to the asylum to ask questions about that. I called them and I asked them if they would tell me anything, and they said no. But if I go there in person, maybe they'll tell me something different.
Especially
which
as a
they don't.
reporter.
Yeah. So he goes there and they're like, yeah, no. Mendel Strom's actual in-continuity assistant, Max Young, who really did exist back in the day, is not with us. He escaped. I love the opening thing is, Max Young is no longer with us. He escaped, you see. And I'm like, oh, that's the conclusion I jumped to as well when you say that.
He's no
Thanks.
longer with us, yeah. Oh my
He's gone
God,
to
yeah,
a
he
better
escaped.
place.
Not here.
Somewhere
Anywhere
not
that's
here.
not here, because this place sucks.
Yeah. And he's like, I never heard about that. He's like, yeah, we didn't tell anybody because we didn't want to cause a panic. And I'm like, oh, what a top flight institution you are.
Yeah.
And so he's like, by the way, if you tell anybody, I'll sue you. So, keep it quiet. Watch it. It's like, yeah, sure. So they leave. And then Pete's spider sense goes off and he's like, I don't see anything. But Felicia, with her fancy schmancy new contact lenses, can now suddenly see farther and closer up or whatever, sees the little mini spider slayer. So Pete dresses Spider-Man, and Felicia puts on her Catwoman costume, and so he tries to track it down. He finds it. He grabs for it. It jumps out of the way, and Felicia... Oh, one of the aspects of her costume is she can, flex a certain way, and her fingers become claws or become, daggers.
Oh.
So she catches it. She, spears it between its, thorax.
Uh-huh.
She's like, one spider kebab coming up. And he's like, oh, man, you had to break it? And she's like, you're welcome. And he's like,
Oh, I was so threatened by it.
Right.
Thank you for saving me.
and he's like, thank you. I'm sorry. You know what? You're right. I'll try to figure something out with this.
Right,
So he's
maybe
like,
I could salvage it.
yeah. The image of him playing with it, I love it. Bagley really just crushes this.
Yeah.
It's so fun to see.
He's
So-
lifting the leg up.
When the spider right here is tracking him,
Yeah.
no spider sense goes off.
No.
No.
Because
Because it's not a threat.
well, the thing is, he mentions that his spider sense is going off on a regular, consistent basis, but on a very dull roar.
Okay.
And so he's learned to ignore it for the most part. But since there was no immediate threat in the vicinity,
Yeah, because he's
you can
not
really
in
focus-
the city.
yeah.
It's like, well, maybe it's just going off because I'm in New York and there's constantly mild threats. But I'm in the country now. There's nothing here.
Yes.
What's happening?
There's always threats
So he
inside
can
New York
zero
City. It's
in
so
on it,
dangerous.
and so he checked that out.
Okay.
And I get not being threatened when he's fighting Electro because he's distracted.
Well, he's focused on something else that's more immediate danger.
My God.
Right there,
I'll
nothing.
just turn the page.
Yes. So then they're attacked.
Bye.
But they're like, well, the Tri-Sentinel works so well. How about a three-faced spider slayer that's puppeted by Max Young, Mendel Strom's assistant? Classic. We all love this guy. And I can't wait for people to buy the action figure.
I knew you would come back here with my three faces.
Yeah. Well, you know why?
We talked about it.
Because Max Young has multiple personality disorder, and so each face represents a different aspect of Max Young's personality.
Oh.
Are they all wondering why he hasn't brought them a shrubbery? What about the shrubbery they should be doing? And yes, I know that knight didn't want the shrubbery.
So they fight, and they crash into the asylum.
How do three heads pilot a puppet if they have multiple
It's
Well,
personalities?
one
hard.
guy. But
He keeps switching, I guess.
yeah, I guess. Don't think about it. They fall in the pool. Spider-Man reasons that it must be airtight because it's a robot in the pool that usually defeats robots, but it's not. So I guess that's not. He tries to punch one of the faces. I'm like, it's a screen, man. What are you doing?
The face is not going to react to you punching it.
Right? And they're fighting. He's like, okay, so I know the face is Max Young, so I know that he's got to be operating this thing remote control. All right, so he gets, one of the coils goes around Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Felicia cuts it with her new awesome black cat claws.
Hey, the doctor's there.
The doctor from the asylum who was a dick before.
Max, what are you doing? We did so much work together.
No, this guy was like, what's all this noise? Oh! And they're like, oh, it's that asshole. This is just what I was waiting for. And Spider-Man's like, okay, I know what to do. I'll feed into Max's ego. So he climbs onto the doctor. It's one of my favorite depictions of Spider-Man in his adhesion and agility is that he uses his adhesion powers to climb on this man. He sticks to the guy and holds on to him. And I'm like, that's awesome looking. What a great depiction of Spider-Man being a spider. You know, like people talk about Todd McFarlane was like, I want to really focus on the spider. You know, like with all these crazy flips and twists. And I'm like, spiders don't normally go like, whoa.
No,
But
they
I
don't.
really like him climbing on a guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't stay like that for long, but I like him he leaps
Yeah,
off
probably because the doctor can't keep both of their weights up.
Yeah.
That's true, but he swings from a wall onto the guy, and then he like gets him. And he's like, yeah, this guy's a real asshole, so how about I kill him?
Huh.
And he's like,
Jonah Jameson was right.
well, he's like, I'll help you take him down. And they're like, we don't need your help. And he goes, oh yeah, you couldn't even design one of these robots without somebody else's help. So obviously you need all the help you can get. And he's like, we don't need help. And he's like, no, he's trying to distract us. What happens is one of them shoots themselves in the face with their robot laser cannon.
Because they're trying to shoot the other personality that they're arguing
Yes.
with. Yeah. Okay.
So it shoots itself, and he's like, ho ho!
I shouldn't like that, but I do.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
It's one of the best ways to dispatch one of these robots. It's
Yeah.
easily one of the best out of all these stupid Spider Slayer robots. So the head of the asylum or whatever is like, whoa, Max Young, when that's dangerous, what if Smythe comes after me? And he's like, Smythe? And he's like, yeah, Alistair Smythe. He was the leader of the recent breakout. Max Young is working for Alistair Smythe, and also Alistair Smythe was here, and he led a breakout, and he also kidnapped like a dozen other unnamed, brilliant, but crazy scientists to help him in his evil schemes. Hey, wait a minute. Wasn't he the son of Spencer Smythe, one of your old enemies? What a weird coincidence. And I'm like, don't say that in your very coincidental comic book.
That doctor sure had a lot of random information, don't you think?
Yeah,
He just solved the whole thing in like one panel.
Yeah, thank you.
Just explained the whole goddamn
Well, that's why we go
story.
places in person, you know?
Yeah.
Get to the bottom of things.
Yeah.
So then,
I'd love it if that doctor was like, anyway, I need a new set of pants right now.
exactly. So,
Because Spider-Man just threatened to kill me.
right. He's like, nah, you knew I was bluffing. So then
Did I?
Black Cat shows everyone her clavicle, and we move on.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
It's amazing even.
Yes. So Richard and Mary are outside, because, they're staying in Aunt May, so they're just walking around Forest Hills, and they bump into Shattuck, the FBI agent.
Right.
And they're like, hey, we were just talking about you.
Hey, we were going to call you. Anyway, it's so weird we keep running into you.
It's true. And he's like, yeah, it is. Now get in the car.
Oh boy.
So
I feel like this is wrapping itself up.
It
Yeah,
is.
right?
Yeah.
So we see that Alistair, the big crazy naked guy in the Professor X wheelchair, is like,
Yeah.
and also I'm the ultimate Spider Slayer. Like, yeah, there are Spider Slayers, but I'm the ultimate Spider
Does
Slayer.
he have gills?
He has like enhancements of some kind.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
So
it.
did he sent the last one too? Was that another Spider Slayer?
Uh-huh, yeah, but he had Max Young pilot.
Pilot it, yeah. So he's sending out everyone else to run these Spider Slayers, and at the end of the day, he's like, okay, but ultimately I'm gonna have to do it myself.
Yes. Yes.
Nobody else
Oh,
is
those
competent.
are the pilots. All those people in the pods are like pilots?
They are the scientists from the asylum that he used to help build more Spider Slayer robots, including Max Young, who of course coincidentally is a unrelated tether to another robot guy from Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery.
It's the
Smythe's
whole
talking to Max,
personalities,
and he's
yeah.
like, "You fucked up, man. Like you're the latest failure in my recent."
Don't blame me,
failure."
blame me!
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, well, like your plan sucked. My robot worked great, but like it was really you.
Oh, damn.
And he's like, well, I'm gonna kill you. So he just electrocutes him because now you realize like, oh, all these people who are in these chairs, that's not for comfort. They're prisoners.
Of course.
And now he's
yeah.
bones.
Now he's bones.
He electrocutes him so much he becomes a skeleton.
That's right.
Wow, so they kill Max Young.
I know. We haven't seen him in forever, and now he's dead.
And now he's dead.
You know what? We have nothing to do with Max Young.
No.
We used him to do a multiple personality joke, and now he's dead.
Goodbye, Max.
Now he's showing you how scary and badass the
Yeah.
bad
And
guy
also, and now Alistair Smythe is back, baby.
is. Yeah.
He is out for blood. He's
He is
90s task.
very evil, yes.
So Pete and Felicia drive back to Forest Hills, and Pete sees Shattuck encourage the Parkers to enter his car with a gun. He throws a spider tracer at the car, and then he goes into Aunt May's house. And I love it because like he and Felicia go in there, and Aunt May's like, "Oh, good, you brought your friend with you. Your beautiful single woman friend with you at night to my house. What's going on?"
It's a little weird.
And he's like, "I gotta make a call."
Peter, can I talk to you in the kitchen?
Exactly.
Cracks him over the head with a rolling pin.
Yeah. What are you doing, Peter? You gotta fucking go pick up. Peter calls the FBI. He's like, yeah, so this is Guy Shad. He gets the runaround because you can't just call the FBI and ask them about if one of your agents is rogue.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Who is this?
I'm Peter Parker, man.
Who's that?
So no one?
No.
Bye.
Hey, I work for the Daily Bugle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
great.
care.
Now I'm definitely not talking to you.
So Pete's like, all right, Felicia, I gotta go. You gotta drive me to Manhattan so I don't get attacked by spider slayers. And then I gotta be Spider-Man and like swing around trying to pick up a ping on my spider sense from my
And
spider
get
tracer.
attacked by spider slayers
Yeah,
since I'm
exactly.
in Spider-Man costume.
Yeah, but like, hopefully I'll just be faster than them to get to where I need to go. I gotta chase this car. I gotta save my parents.
At what point did the spider slayers attack you in front of your house?
They have not, because he's not been Spider-Man yet. So
I kind of feel like you might be safe there.
he well, no, but he's gotta go.
He's got to save his non-parents.
Your parents just left your house. The closest place you're gonna get a tracer isn't there.
Yeah, that's true. So Pete and Black Cat swing around the city, but guided by Black Cat's awesome new contact lenses, she's spotting these spider reconnaissance drones. So he's destroying them to keep them from maybe sending a spider slayer, but they fail, and here comes another one. Oh, it's cool and big, and it's a Black Widow.
It's a spider slayer.
Yes.
Which is what I thought Spider Slayers were.
Yeah, they've never looked like a spider.
Yeah.
Well, no, they have, but like those are usually like tanks that Spencer
They're
used
like
to drive.
spider-shaped tanks.
Yeah.
Not like this, which is like a robot.
Yeah. So anyway, Spider-Man fights
And then
this
there's
thing.
another spider which looks terrible.
And a scorpion.
And a scorpion.
Oh,
Yes.
there's
He gets attacked by 3 different spider robots.
the fact that he's using 3 kind of triggered something for me. He's been attacked by like 4 different robots already, and here's 3 more.
Yeah.
What if he just sent all 7 of them at the same time
Well,
from the
then he
beginning?
might actually win, but he didn't.
Can't have that.
Because you could say it's like, oh well, you can only pilot one at a time. Except no, he's got like 6 people back there.
Yeah, there's a dozen, he said.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, those of our eagle-eyed audience members might recognize some of these spider slayers
Yeah.
because they are in one of the first episodes of the Spider-Man animated series from the 90s.
Oh.
In fact, Alistair Smythe looks exactly like he eventually will in the cartoon. The Spider Slayers play a crucial role in that cartoon series from the 90s.
Huh.
This book is basically the template for it, except it isn't because they don't use anything from it outside of the designs for these 3 robots, and only because
So they read this issue.
they read this issue in Ariara and went, these are the toys, and they made them, and hey, in the cartoon, just like in the comic book, they combined to make one big Spider Slayer.
I just saw that. It's the dumbest thing I've
It
ever
sucks,
seen.
but it is a great toy, or 3 great toys that become one great toy. And
I know what we'll do to combine. We'll just stack on top of each other.
Yeah, they don't really combine so much as just sit in the same spot.
yes, they do. But like,
I'm gonna climb on your back, and I'm gonna climb on your back. Now we're more dangerous.
are you?
You can only attack from one direction now. I would argue you're 3 times less dangerous.
Yes, arguably, seemingly.
That's like saying if I give someone a piggyback ride and they have someone on their back with a piggyback ride,
You're
now we're 3 times as dangerous.
That's right.
I beg to differ.
No.
Yep. This is the toy commercial.
Yes, but they didn't know they were making toys.
That's crazy.
This became a toy commercial.
Wow.
A big fight ensues in which Spider-Man tries really terrible ideas that he's like way too experienced to try and fails at them. Felicia almost
does a great job.
She does a great job. She ends up like cutting one of them, but it's not enough, and she ends up getting grabbed by one and almost squishes her to death. And eventually, she ends up like cutting into it enough so that it's exposed. Spider-Man grabs like an errant electro cable and like overloads it. But
We'll just have like loose wires hanging around
Yeah,
places. It's
so-
a
Well, it's a construction site. Yeah.
right, exactly. So Felicia gets caught up in it, so she's hurt, and so she's like, I can't be in the story anymore, and the cops are coming, so I gotta go.
You pretty much killed me here.
Right.
I should be Bones.
But I'm not,
Right.
'cause I got this suit that only covers 1/3 of my body.
Oh yeah, the suit's doing a lot for you.
So she hides, and then Pete goes and picks up the trace on the spider's tracer. Okay, we are at a condemned meatpacking plant because Michelini loves meatpacking plants. In the first Venom story,
Well, they're so shady, you see.
well,
What's scarier than that?
well, there's like it smells, and there's all kinds of like crazy shit in there.
And there's
Yeah.
dead bodies.
There's like hooks
Yeah.
and stuff.
Animals, but they're still dead.
Right? So they beat the Spider Slayer, but Spider-Man doesn't want to get attacked by Spider Slayers anymore, so he dresses as Spider-Man, chases after Shattuck in like a cab, and then goes to the meatpacking plant, and then skulks around in the rafters, seeing what's going on, but he doesn't count on the fact that like this is an old condemned building, so he crashes through one of the rotten beams and lands on the ground in front of them. And Shattuck's like, okay, I'll kill you too. I was gonna kill them, but now I'll kill you. So he throws him onto like a conveyor belt that sends meat into a furnace, and he explains what it is. It's a rendering furnace.
It's going
was
to render
allowed-
the fat out of your body.
It was designed to melt tallow from the side of beef in under 10 seconds, but now it'll melt you. And Pete's like, oh no, I can't save myself or else I'll reveal that I'm Spider-Man, so I guess I'll just die. Next issue. And you're like, no!
I can't have these people who I don't think are my parents.
Stop.
Find out I'm Spider-Man.
Find out.
So then he eventually is rescued by Richard. Richard's like, no, my son! So he attacks Shattuck.
So the FBI agent's evil.
Yes. Oh, he explains the whole thing.
I'm assuming
He better.
the FBI agent is part of their backstory or is somehow connected to them in the past.
Yes, he is
Well, I
connected to the
assumed
past.
that,
Yeah,
but-
yeah, he explains it. Hang on. It's right here. You say you don't believe me. I wish I could believe that. But I was trained by the bogus Red Skull the same time that you were in Algeria. I was assigned as a deep cover mole in the FBI just before that skull discovered you to be spies working for the United States. When the faux skull had you killed in that plane crash, I relaxed. But now, since you're back, you know who I really am and could threaten the sweet deal I had going, selling my services to the highest bidder. That's right.
Wait, they are dead though.
But they're not.
But he thinks they're not dead.
Because they're in front of him.
Right. So he doesn't even care that they may not be who they say they are.
No, he's just like, well, no.
He thinks that they-
they might remember him. Which,
Right.
of course, they don't.
Can't even remember their
That's
dog.
I don't remember the dog!
Peter, tell them about the dog. Tell them we don't remember the dog.
I don't know anything about it.
Is-
So,
Tell me this is what causes them to give up the charade that they are his. Like, we almost just got killed over this.
hell no. Oh, no.
I imagine it's going to convince them even more because he's tried to sacrifice himself for his son.
Yes.
His son, Ethan.
Yeah, that's right. So,
Okay.
yeah, Shattuck is gonna go kill Richard, and then Pete skulks into the shadows, grabs a web shooter, shoots the ground, trips Shattuck, and he's like, "Oh, he must have slipped on some kind of errant meat byproduct," and then clocks him out. And they're like, "Whoa, Peter, I didn't realize you were so athletic. Way to go! You kicked the shit out of that guy. It's like one punch." So then the cops show up, and the FBI show up, and Shattuck goes away, and an FBI agent takes Peter aside, and he's like, I know you work for the Daily Bugle, and I know that he has been a long-standing FBI agent for 20 years, and he's been feeding information out of the bureau to the highest bidder. We can't have anyone know about that. So if you need a favor or anything, we can help you out. And he's like, okay, I've got this receiver here from a Spider Slayer reconnaissance drone. Can you check it out and figure out anything from it? And he's like, what?
How did you get that?
He's like, sure.
Part of the favor is not asking me any questions.
I stand corrected.
I
Fair
heard the
enough.
FBI agent being like, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
He goes back to headquarters. I have no idea how to fucking do that.
Just throw it in the garbage. Don't worry about that. We're the FBI, bitch. No, Pete, go to Reed.
Yeah.
They're your friends. Though, he can't. Because right now, well, no, actually he can. It's later.
He can't, but he chooses not
375,
to.
Human Torch burns the SU down. And so Pete's kind of on the outs with the F4 at that time. But right now, he's like, all right, I'll call you up. So Pete goes to Aunt May's, and they're all just having a good time. And Pete's like, all right, I've learned to relax and give everybody a chance. And then he gets a phone call from the FBI, and they give him a frequency that he can use to trace the signal back to Alistair Smythe's lab. That's it.
Okay.
So he does. And he
Anyway, I have to go do things. Hang out with my parents for a while.
Yes. And by the way, we have another, let's ruin this relationship scene where he's just like, all right, I got the information I need, I gotta go. And she's like, Peter, how about you give that information to the Avengers and let them deal with it?
Right.
And he's like,
Take a day and a half.
or just
man.
or invite Nova or Solo or any of the other random heroes that we're pushing on these people at this point. Bring
Right.
Ghost Rider. Danny Ketch isn't doing anything right now. And he's like,
It's like,
no.
MJ, shut up.
Why don't you shut up?
You know, that's a good idea. I should get help on this. I'll get Black Cat. And we'll do it together.
Yeah, I mean,
And then MJ just rips her hair out.
yeah, he should actually get Black Cat to help him.
No, she's still rattled from that electricity or something.
Yes. Literally, there's a moment where he's like, you have to go to like a hiding spot because like the cops are gonna be right on us. So she's like presumably like under a box or something, while the cops are investigating that insane scene. They're not leaving for a week.
Yep,
and
she's just like,
okay,
huddled.
I hope I don't have to fart anytime soon. It's just ridiculous.
Don't leave the crime scene at one point.
All right, so Pete goes to Smythe's lab and he sneaks in and he gets there and he sees all these poor people strapped to stupid chairs and he's like, what the crap? And then Alistair Smythe is like,
Thank you. I was about to do it.
well.
The
Welcome,
last horse crosses the finish line.
welcome to the world of Alistair
I
Smythe.
can't believe it took you 6 books to find me. I was getting
Me
friggin'
either.
bored.
Well, I feel like if Electro and Scorpion had showed up, it might have been more like 4.
Yeah, that was unexpected and not anything that you did.
Nothing related to you,
So don't take credit for how long it took me to find you.
right? And he's like, you don't look like Alistair Smythe. He's like, I'll take that as a compliment because he used to be a fat piece of shit. And he's like, I seethed in the asylum, and and my hate for you seared my insides like acid. And you're like, okay, all right, Poe, keep it in your fucking journal. Meanwhile, he explains that he's like, I built like a carapace around myself, and I stole these scientists, and I made them do this stuff, and they sent the robots for me. And one of them is like, we didn't want to do that. Spider-Man, please don't punch me. We did not want to do that. We are strapped to these things. I have
We
no
can't
control
move.
over it.
Yeah.
One of them's a skeleton, and he won't put it away. He killed him yesterday, and he's still here.
And he reeks.
He kind of
It's starting to
smells
smell.
kind of good, but then it really went bad.
I didn't like the fact that I kind of liked what I was smelling.
I don't think I'm ever gonna recover from this. So then Smythe.
I have an idea. How about you shut the hell up right now?
Alistair, quick, hit the button on that guy. So Alistair activates all their chairs to do stuff at Spider-Man. Like they shoot a bunch of strings with electricity and palms on them, and he's like, "Whoa, there's a lot of them. I can't avoid them," and he gets zapped. So Spider-Man falls down, and then Alistair gets out of his chair. He's like, whoa. I mean, I know you look completely ripped and completely different from what you used to look like, including like having insane fangs or some shit. But you standing up is blowing my mind.
Well, especially because if you could stand up this whole
Why
time,
didn't you?
why do you have the chair?
Well, I
It's
have
the
the chair, so I have to
reveal.
use it, and I got a reveal. You know, I can take it for granted now.
I'm just saying, it's really comfortable.
Yeah. No, and by the
I
way,
can drive around wherever I want.
the worst is he's
It's
not.
got air conditioning. It's got heating inside.
Yeah.
What?
I can
but
go to the
why
bathroom.
does
in
it like close around your legs though? That just seems like it's inconvenient.
No, it's not because I also masturbated it. Nobody can see that now. I have modesty, sir.
Well, you got me there.
Yeah, I got you.
And I don't even
Anyway.
have to use my hands. The machine does
She
it for
doesn't
me.
work. In fact, everyone's masturbating.
No, I'm not.
They're like,
I'm not.
I am not masturbating,
Don't.
Spider-Man,
don't
please.
I'm not.
Spider-Man, can we keep these machines when we're done? Alistair attacks him as the Ultimate Spider Slayer, and then also like these things pop out of his shoulders, which, by the way, on sale now in 1994.
Naturally.
You can get the Alistair Smythe action figure, the Ultimate Spider Slayer. Those things that pop out, they're like fangs or whatever. You squeeze
Yep.
his, you squeeze
Yeah,
his
they go
legs, they move.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Nah, that's awesome.
So they fight, and like it's just like, okay, what?
He has
and-
webbing?
Yeah, he's got webbing because he's an asshole thief too.
Yeah.
He webs Spider-Man. Spider-Man's like, holy shit, I'm not prepared for this, even though I fight Venom all the time. So,
Venom's
Alistair's
way more deadly than this guy.
That's true. So Alistair's like just smacking him around until eventually one of the scientists manages to free himself from his chair, and he's like, don't kill him. You already won. You got it. Just stop. Just stop.
Come on, we all need a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
And Alistair's like, oh yeah, how about this? And so he just grabs him by the throat and kills him.
Just kills him. Yeah.
And Spider-Man's like, God damn it! And like breaks free of the webbing and then just punches Smythe 3 times. He goes, this ends now. And he's down. And you don't see him again until like the Clone Saga. It's just like, that's it for you.
I was gonna say,
Nice.
You told me you were a Spider Slayer. That's problematic for you because I'm gonna rip your head off.
Yeah, I'm about to slay the shit out of you.
Last Spider Slayer I saw was a friggin' robot. Oops.
Yeah, oh!
Oh, that was your head?
Oh, jeez.
Although it's not, it's a carapace, so I guess he could rip his head off.
Guess so. So meanwhile, Luz, Pete and Mary Jane have dinner. And he's like, so anyway, Smythe went to jail and his people went back to the hospital and The Avengers helped me track down and destroy all the other robots, and so
Oh, did they?
I did call help.
I did
and we
call
didn't see
help.
That would have been fun to see.
After I almost died.
That would have been fun to see.
That would have been nice, yeah.
Instead of a boring plot about a rogue FBI agent who kidnaps people in their 50s, I would have liked to have seen Spider-Man and the Avengers team up to take down errant spider slayers. That would have been cool. But no, how about we end it with Pete and Mary Jane? He's like, and I feel bad for everything that I said and did and acted like, so I'm taking you out to dinner.
Okay.
And she's like, wow, and how about this? I won't smoke today.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Wow.
It ends with Eddie Brock escaping with Venom.
Oh.
Anyway, Venom frees himself, and then he finds out about Peter's parents. And he's like, oh, that's exactly what I was looking for.
I'm gonna use them to.
I'm going to do something. And what follows is 2 great issues of Spider-Man.
Oh.
Which we won't talk about.
We will not talk about. So that was Invasion of the Spider Slayers.
That was weird.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Unnecessary.
I mean, 6 issues.
6 issues. Too
And
many.
you know what follows it? A 2-part Venom story. 2 issues. I would have gladly taken the opposite.
Yeah.
2 issues of Spider Slayers, because I mean,
Yeah,
arguably there's 2 issues of story. I mean, but the Venom story, I think there's one that's one regular issue and then one that's a double-sized issue. But you know what the problem is? The book went to double ship. 2 Amazing Spider-Mans a month, which is inexcusable in an age where you have Spectacular, Web of, you're gonna launch Unlimited.
They got greedy.
They got way too greedy.
Yeah.
And you know why they did? I guarantee this. I don't know this to be sure, but it's because they had Bagley on the book, and Bagley is a machine. MFer can draw, and he can draw fast. Invasion of the Spider Slayers is weird, and it's a book that, like, again, one of the first Spider-Man comics, might be the first that I ever read, and man, yeah, I was just so sold. Mark Bagley's art, Spider-Man looks dope. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Spider-Man looked awesome. It's really, the reality is, I was sucked in by the Mark Bagley art.
But it was
Muppet Babies
compelling
episodes.
enough for you to keep reading.
Exactly. But yeah, so if you want, there's an epic collection that collects the Invasion of the Spider Slayers and that 2-part Venom story in the comments down below. Check it out, pick it up, read it, enjoy, wash over some Mark Bagley art that he would hate to see today, but is still awesome and holds up, I believe. I think it does, in its own way. Though the story may not
suffer
so much.
Yes, but we'll see you guys next week with another episode. Oh my God. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next week, maybe. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Ben.
Keep reading. I guess I didn't pay my electric bill.